All right, this is a step-by-step process to construct a circle at the intersection of a cone and cylinder. So the first thing you'll want to do is add your toolkit, if you don't already see it over here on the right-hand side, just by clicking up here in this gray space and selecting Toolkit. Then you'll want to select the Relationships tab of the toolkit, and we're going to create a cone and a cylinder. So I just click on those, and that's all you have to do. And you'll see over here in the tree, my relationship shows up for cone and cylinder. Now, if you were inspecting these next, if you had an instrument connected, you would just double click on each one, measure your points for the cone, double click on cylinder, measure your points for the cylinder, and then select stop. Now, since I already have these points measured here, all I need to do is just associate those points with the cone and cylinder. So I'm just going to select Associate Data, Groups, by right-clicking on the relationship cone, Associate Data, Groups, and then just double-click Cone. And then the same thing for the cylinder, right-click, Associate Data, Groups, Cylinder, and hit Enter. And you can see that the relationship automatically constructs the geometry there for the cylinder and the cone. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that these are actually on the opposite side of the points measured. So we need to go and flip around those sides. So first I'll double click on cone, check fit settings, and then just flip the side that we measured on, because we actually measured inside the cone here. And then just hit OK. It'll recalculate. Hit OK there and do the same thing for cylinder. Fit settings, inside of cylinder. And hit OK there. So now we have a cone and a cylinder that look like what we actually measured. Then we just need to construct a B-spline at the intersection of the cone and cylinder. So I'll select the cone and the cylinder. This is if you want to rename your B-spline, whatever you want to name it, you can put it in there. I'll just leave it as the default. This is the tolerance and how close they actually have to be to intersecting in order for it to create a B-spline. So it's a very small number, and that's fine. And then you can see this orange thing here and purple. We actually created two B-splines for two halves of the intersection. So we got one there, and we've got one there, and they form a full circle. Now, before we can actually construct a circle on this, we need to construct some points, and then we'll make our circle from that. So I'll go to Construct, Points, Layout, On Curves, and you can do it multiple different ways, but I'll just do in-spaced points. Select the B-splines and hit Enter. What do you want the points? What group do you want the points to go in? And we'll just call this, you don't have to rename it, but I'll just call it intersect. And a prefix for the names, nothing. And how many points do you want to create? So we'll do 100 evenly spaced points. So now we have our points laid out, and then we have a new group here with our points in it. So all you need to do is just right click on that group and go to Fit Geometry. And once I do that, you'll see it's got a circle. If the geometry is correct, then you can just keep the geometry there. So I've got circle, and then I just hit OK, and then there is my circle. So in order to see the diameter of that circle, which is what you're really interested in, just go to Generate Quick Report and pull it up, and right there you've got your radius and your diameter, 508.21